What is up, my beautiful people? It is Adamo back on Rossoneri TV, and today I'll be speaking to you guys about Milan's upcoming Europa League fixture in the qualification stages. As previously, they beat Craiova on aggregate to proceed to the next round. Now facing up against Shkendija, or whatever their name is. I don't know. Leave in the comments how to pronounce it. I'm not too sure. But anyways, of course, we will be playing the Macedonian side in the Europa League qualification. I'm going to be telling you guys what you need to know about this side, giving you guys any bit of detail that you could find anywhere in the world, because of course they're not the biggest of teams, all due respect to them, but there's not too much history that you can find on these types of clubs. But whatever there is, I'll be telling you guys about. Now, they are a little bit of Milan impersonators rocking the red and black. I mean, they gotta follow the trend. They know what wins, and what wins is red and black, so they're thinking maybe if we, kind of fall under their umbrella, that they can have some Milan success and win a couple Champions Leagues. But that hasn't really worked out for them, because I don't think they've won a single one. Now, they did finish second in the Macedonian League last season, which means in that league, it is still only a Europa League qualification round sort of stage that you get from finishing in that place. They aren't strangers to the Europa League qualification. They do have a positive record of 9 wins, 5 draws, and 6 losses, which is pretty good, but also pretty bad considering its qualification rounds. They did win their last 2 qualification rounds 4-2 on aggregate, with their first one being 7-0 on aggregate out of the 3 that they were having to play. Now, it doesn't mean much. Obviously, they were playing sort of farmer teams, not the greatest of teams. I bet you Craiova will probably beat most of those teams that they beat, and so it's not the greatest of achievements that they won 4-2 for 2 games and 7-0 on a different one on aggregate. So I wouldn't be too concerned if I was Milan, but it is the next stage. They are, of course, going to logically, if you add it up, be better than Craiova. So Milan are going to have to step their game up, but we're going to have to wait and see how we perform against them. Now, I haven't been able to find many predicted lineups as of late as I'm recording this video, but I'm sure it will come up in the next coming days, which you should follow Rossoneri TV or me, Adamo, on Twitter for the lineups, because they will be posted as soon as I can find them. But I do expect a similar lineup as we've been playing. Maybe a bit more the starters, obviously the likes of Kessie, maybe Bonaventura. I've seen that Gazzetta is suggesting possibly a 3-back formation, but I personally don't think it's going to be anything along those lines, especially if the links of Paletta and Gomez end up going through to different clubs, which hopefully doesn't happen. I mean, I think Zapata is not the best of options to have as the only backup center back, but if they do go out, I'm sure that Milan have a plan on either finding a replacement, or Montella comfortable with having that amount of players. But anyways, as I said, I wouldn't be too worried about the Shkendija team, or whatever their name is, as I said. But Milan definitely do have to prepare for the squad, and I'm sure that Montella would take the right movements. Sure, let's go with movements to beat this squad. Hopefully they do. But speaking of Milan squads and numbers and players going in and out, Carlos Bacca is officially joining Villarreal in the Spanish league, obviously returning back to the league, previously playing for Sevilla on a loan with 2.5 million euros with the option to buy a 15.5. I'm hearing that it could be an obligation, but this is something that Sky has reported in the past. So I'm just going to go with that for now until something more cemented comes up. But Bacca has officially joined the team. He's gone back to Spain. He's leaving Milan, and Kalinic is ever so close to joining the team, which I think Kalinic is an upgrade over Bacca, not by much. He did score around 20 goals last season with Fiorentina, more than Carlos Bacca. And you could argue that he'll have more support at Milan, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, having players like Chiesa, Bernardeschi, Ilicic at times, even Borja Valero, especially a lot of creative players at Fiorentina. Their problem wasn't being creators. It was that their defense absolutely sucks and their fullbacks are terrible. And at points they had to play Bernardeschi at wing back, which is why Fiorentina could never go to that next stage. But I do believe that he will perform a little bit better with Milan, but I don't think he's a long-term sort of replacement for a player like Bacca. I think that he's going to be here until we qualify for the Champions League, whether it takes a year or 2. I think it'll only be a year. I think this season we'll finish in the top 4, but I don't think that he's a player that Milan are looking to win the Champions League with. Of course, either Andres Silva is going to explode onto the scene, or we're going to sign somebody else to sort of back Andres Silva up. So don't be too concerned. But that has been the video. Obviously, I've been reviewing the Shkendija fixture that Milan will be playing against in the Europa League qualification. Hopefully, the team can do what is needed to get through to the next stages, as I'm sure they will. Let's be real, guys. We don't even know who this team is. All due respect to them, as I said, but there's not too much that you can be expecting from a side like this. Hopefully, Milan can get the job done. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Leave down below what your prediction is for the game against Shkendija. I'm going to say a 2-0 win in the first leg, and hopefully that comes true for our beloved Rossoneri. Leave down below, as I said, what you think the scoreline is going to be. Now, you feel on the likes of Kalinic coming in to replace Carlos Bacca. Obviously, we would rather the likes of Aubameyang or Belotti, but we can't always get what we want. We have been spoiled this window, so I'm pretty satisfied. As I said, leave a like, comment down below, all that jazz. It has been Adamo from Rossoneri TV, and as usual, peace out.